し、止まった原因を探そうか。その後少し付近の様子を見てみようぜ。岩が浮いてるんだけど。風でか？なあほな。見たことのない光景だぞ。
What the hell is that? Another kind of anomaly? Sure distorting gravity around here. We need to think of a way to deal with it if we want to push on.
局地的な重力異常なんて初めて見たわ。地球上でも小さなやつはあるって噂があるけどな。噂っていうのはないものと考えた方がいいよ。普通じゃない惑星なのは分かってるからな。気をつけていこうぜ。何ここ？
What is this?
時間がおかしい。
A new anomaly?
時間を遅くするアノマリーか。角も少し違うみたい。これでよしっと。時間の歪んだアノマリーを発見したよ。
You're never gonna believe what I found. Let me guess. A time-distorting anomaly?
What? How did you know?
Well, considering the presence of this huge gravitational anomaly in this area and Frankov's calculations, I expected you to stumble upon one sooner or later. As you know, differences in gravitational potentials create the effect of time dilation. So, I just connected the dots. You could have done it as well, had you taken the time to stop and think.
予想をしている余裕なんてないんだけど。
I guess I was too busy discovering it.
Of course, the credit is yours. Now, tell me more about it.
Well, when I got inside this thing, it just, slowed me down while...
All around you, time seemed to speed up?
Yeah.
What a discovery, Jan. This is just getting more and more fascinating.
Well, it's pretty hard to get rid of. The closer I get to its core, the more time I lose on the outside.
Yes, but you're also approaching the center of its gravity, which means that the core should slow down and be an easier target.
Huh. Interesting. I'll think about that. Thanks.
この先の様子も見てきたよ。
Hey, I took a closer look at our obstacle. It looks like something is distorting the gravity field around here. Good thing our base stopped, or we'd just be floating around in the air like those rocks.
Amazing. The sheer scale of it. I wonder if it's related to the interval.
この星は不思議なことだらけだ。
Yeah, this planet, so full of mysteries. It's almost a shame we need to get out of here in a hurry.
I can take the pressure. Don't worry. But we can't expect to deal with a problem if we don't understand it properly.
How do you suggest we go about it?
We'll need to start by collecting more data about the field distortion characteristics. The base should have blueprints for a device called a gravity sensor. Once you craft it, it needs to be placed somewhere high to cover as much ground as possible. We're in a canyon, right? So maybe a ledge somewhere high up would be good. I'll mark potential spots on your map.
Okay, I'm on it.
早速データ集めのための重力センサーの製造を指示しておく。お前が作らないのか？私は外の探索で忙しい。ベース内にいるオルターの誰かが作ってくれるでしょ。早く重力センサーができないかな。なんだこれ？動いてるのか？
Whoa. This anomaly.
いや、暴
I
走
haven't
してた
seen
み
them
たい。
behave like this.
その角じゃないみたいだぜ。下がれ。こいつか。これもサイエンティストに報告しといた方が良さそうね。 脈打つアノマリーを
I
見つけた。
discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating.
Pulsating, as in shrinking and expanding.
Yeah, and it seemed to have 2 cores inside.
Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates?
Huh. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
これって報告の意味はあるのか？一応あいつが一番賢いし。どうした？飲みすぎ？
Hey, what's the matter? I was wondering, is it just me, or do you have it too? Have what? A splitting headache that won't go away no matter what I do. And a bad stomach too. Ever since that damn party.
二日酔いとも思えないし、心配だね。
That's worrying. A regular hangover should have gone away by now. Yeah. Got me thinking, maybe the booze was spoiled? We never checked its expiry date. Could have mold in it or some bacteria.
とりあえず今日はゆっくり休んで体調を整えてくれ。
Okay, man. Just take it easy for now and don't forget to hydrate properly. Yeah, don't worry. I won't be slowing you down. Even Molly's not there for me when I need her. Look at her. Sulking in her little space. I hope none of those idiots plied her with that rotten stuff.
オルターたちがキッチンに集まっている。
朝から喧嘩か？どうした？何かあったの？
I knew there was something wrong with her. I saw it. And I didn't do anything. Wait, what the hell happened to her? What does it look like? She's gone. Molly's gone. What? But why? I mean, no, that's not possible. There was never any problem with her. I came to see her like I did every day, and she was just lying motionless, cold and stiff. That's just unthinkable. Such an innocent little being.
At least her life had meaning. She will be remembered as the first living organism ever to be created with the use of rubidium.
モリーに黙祷を捧げよう。彼女も仲間だった。
She was our loyal companion on this journey. Let's at least honor her with a moment's silence. Here, here.
Should I remind you that we are in the kitchen? The place where food is prepared? The longer Molly is lying around in here, the higher the risk of contamination. Let's just decide what to do quickly and get back to work. This is taking too much time.
You know what's the best thing about sheep? They're humble and simple. I don't think Molly would want us to make a fuss over her.
Still, we are talking about corporate property here. I say we put her in the freezer and take her back to Earth. Allied Corp scientists might be interested in her. But it's your call, Jan. You're the captain. What do you think?
さすがに地球に連れて帰ることは難しい。しっかりと埋葬してあげるべきだろう。彼女をこのままにはできない。
Let's bury her with honors on this godforsaken planet. No. We can't do that.
What? Why not?
Don't you all remember what they said at training? If any member of the crew dies for an unknown reason, it is the duty of the scientist on board to carry out a post-mortem without delay.
Member of the crew?
She was a live being, and her cause of death is unknown. We should find out what really happened. We owe it to her. And to ourselves.
確かにそれが規則だ。そうしよう。
And it's a mandatory procedure. Let's do it. Let's perform an autopsy and see what we can find out.
All right? I won't argue with procedures.
すぐにサイエンティストに検視してもらおう。みんなの気分が重くなってるんだぜ。オルター3人じゃ足りない。人手を取るか、倫理を取るかの2択だな。倫理を重視しすぎたら、照り焼きになっちゃうと思うのよね。で、誰にするんだ？モリーの件があったからね、ドクターにしようと思う。いでよ、15歳で別れた自分。モリーが死んだ理由は分かったか？
Hey, are you done with the postmortem? Did you find Molly's cause of death? Yes and no. Don't you just love science?
I know the direct cause of death, and it wasn't food poisoning.
No?
No, it was a severe brain hemorrhage.
What? Why?
That's the tricky part. Her brain looked changed. Part of it was covered with a strange, transparent film, like mutated tissue of some sort.
つまり、脳腫瘍があったってこと？
Are you talking about a brain tumor?
I don't know.
Jan, I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I'm certainly not a veterinarian. A basic autopsy on a human being is all I'm trained to do. I ran a sample through our standard lab tests, and it doesn't fit any known results. So all I can tell you is this isn't any condition I could put a name on.
正直に言うと良くないな。
This is not a satisfactory conclusion. We need to know more.
I agree. We do know it wasn't the food nor bad air conditioning. However, there could be other external factors at play. This planet, the Interral. Who knows if the proximity plane doesn't interact with our reality in some ways we don't yet understand? We have no idea about the microbiome here, bacteria, maybe even viruses.
Viruses? What are you saying?
We should all get tested, just to be on the safe side.
エンジニアの意見は正しかったわけね。
So, the technician was right when he urged us to examine the sheep.
And we were right to listen to him.
Now let's follow through. Okay. How do you want to proceed?
MRI scanning. A simple procedure that will give us the first crucial answer. Is anything affecting our brains too? All I need from you is a simple upgrade of our infirmary. Think you can handle that?
時間ができ次第取り掛かる。
Probably. I'll just need a little time. There's a lot on my plate at the moment.
I know. And I'm not saying put everything on hold. But don't underestimate the urgency of this problem. The sooner we know what exactly is going on here, the better.
参ったね。大変なことがさらに増えてしまったな。MRI を作ってくれと言われたけど、重力センサーの方を先に取り掛かるよ。健康の方が大切な気がするけどな。MRI を作るための資源が足りないのよ。なら、さっと設置して MRI の作業に取り掛かろうぜ。あ、これ見ればがないやつだ。ギリギリだったな。肉を切らせてなんとやらね。 でよしっと。放射線の影響でヤバそうだから、ベースに戻るよ。データは受け取った？
So, did you get any interesting readings from the gravity sensor?
Yes, fascinating stuff. The gravity field distortion forms a remarkable pattern. It's not like any of the other distortions we've encountered.
原因はインテラルなのか？
Do you think it's connected to the integral?
Looks like everything's connected here. I told you that gravity distortions have been observed on previous missions. But the scale of this one, it's unprecedented. And it's making me wonder.
About what?
You see, logically, objects on the proximity plane shouldn't have a mass in our reality. So how could they have such a strong impact on our gravity? It could lead to some extremely revolutionary hypotheses. It's so annoying that I can't devote more time to this problem.
どうやって進めばいい？
So, how do we proceed?
Well, it looks like we have no other way but to destroy this extraordinary phenomenon.
Are you serious? How am I supposed to use the illuminator on that?
No, the illuminator won't help us here. We'll need to create a counterforce that will neutralize the gravity field. It will have to be very powerful and extremely precise. I'll need some time to make the calculations. One mistake, and this whole thing can go dangerously wrong.
お前が失敗するなんて想像できないんだけどな。
I can't even imagine you making a mistake.
Yes, well, you've clearly forgotten our exam in algebraic topology. I have, yeah? Yeah, we lost a whole 10 points just because of one stupid miscalculation. It haunts me to this day. Still, nice to have your trust. Just give me the time to study this case properly, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
あれは？どう見ても地球から持ち込んだであろう車両があるな。
Our surface exploration vehicle. So this is where he landed. Damn, you look busted. Shame. Could have made good use of you.
ちょっと待った。うちらの前にこの星に来てた人たちがいた？みたいだな。ラピディウムを先に見つけていたかもしれないぜ。
Nice. I don't
こ
know
の
that
車、
movie.
エンジニアに教えたら直せるかしら。直す余裕はなさそうな気はするけどな。とりあえず教えてみてもらいましょ。こいつら、性格が合わない割にはよく話しているよね。私としては喧嘩しないでくれれば十分よ。
Of course you were.
You're doing something about I gotta admit, general unhappiness, the idea that we can make a difference down there. It's not a bad thought.
You finally got it. Good thing it took Jan less time than you.
外で車を見つけたんだ。
I found something interesting outside. An exploration vehicle. Landed quite a distance from where the base was dropped. Huh. No kidding. A buggy? More like a truck. But it's busted. Oh, damn. I bet it's one of those turd vehicles. Did you know they were radiation proof? That you can stay out in them for days.
直せる？
Is there any chance you could do something to get it up and running? Up and running? It took a mighty uncontrolled fall from what you're saying. I wouldn't get my hopes up.
やっぱり無理か。仕方ないんだぜ。重力場の異常を何とかする方法は見つかった？
Have you finished your calculations? Do you know how we can get the gravity field back to normal?
Yes, the design is ready. Our counterforce will have to come from several sources. 2 neutralizing towers, one per each side of the canyon to cover the whole affected area. We'll
be an effort to build them, but if operated correctly, they should do the trick and give us safe passage through.
正しく動作とは？
What do you mean by operated correctly? Good question. Well, there's a little catch to the whole situation. Once you set up the towers, they will need to be operated simultaneously. So, we'll need to send 4 people up there at the same time. Oh. Yeah. Better shape up your crew if we're gonna do this.
つまり MRI で体が大丈夫か調べてからってことね。サイエンティストも不安なんだろう。クルーの体調は万全に、だね。ところで、MRI って簡単に作れるものなのか？医務室の設備の改良をするだけでいけるみたい。さすがに一から作るのは無理でしょうよ。これでよしっと。あとは私を含めた全員が MRI の検査を受ければいいわけね。サクッとスキャンしちゃいましょう。
MRI は作業が終わった後に受けられます。
つまり、夜にならないとできないんじゃないか？マジか。
Okay, just lie still and think of something engaging.
When will you have the results?
Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay, ready? Here we go.
.検査の結果はどうだった？
So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. Mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what that means?
ゆりかごで急速に成長させたのが原因なのか？
That it was caused by accelerated growth in the womb? Maybe. But there were other factors at play. Take rapidium, for example. Or a combination of circumstances, such as the radiation disrupting the tissue growth somehow. There are 2 things we know for sure. 1, creating any other alter will most probably result in the same condition, and 2, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days.
今くらい自分の気持ちを表に出してもいいんじゃないか？
Look, man. I know you're not the emotional type, but is this the moment you want to talk about how you feel? I appreciate what you're trying to do here. Stop and think about it for a moment before we move on to try and find a solution. But what do you want me to say? If you look at it from a certain angle, death is a logical outcome of events. I suppose not knowing exactly what caused it bothers me more than not being immortal. The only thing I'm really scared of is the possibility that this mission will fail because I won't be around.
どうやって治療方法を見つければいいと思う？
So, How do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends.
らしくないね。お前は天才だと思うんだけど。
Oh, come on. I don't believe that. You always have something smart-ass to say about everything. And you never give up, do you? I have to say, it's contagious. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks.
話は聞いたでしょ。気分はどう？大丈夫？
Hey, man. How are you taking it? First Molly dying, and now your condition. It must be hard for you. How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line?
かもしれない。治療を急ぐ理由が増えたってだけだよ。
Maybe. All it means to me is yet another reason to hurry up and get you all cured. Unless this planet has other surprises up its sleeve. I mean, the way Molly went. Just when we were celebrating. Who could have expected that? The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me.
悲しんでいるのは私だけかと思ってたよ。
Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast. Did she remind you of Mom's dreams too? Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm. She wanted to raise sheep, remember? It only came back to me after Molly went. Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we. That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week.
もっと行くと言っておけばよかった。
Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often. Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games. Luckily, she let it go eventually. Oh no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary. Sanctuary? What do you mean? In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there? No. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time.
地球に戻ったら案内してくれ。
You should take me there one day. When we get back, I'd love to see it. Don't do that. I'm not a kid. I know I'm never coming back. All I can do is imagine I'm sitting there, looking at freaking trees with her again. This place here makes you forget what trees even look like. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now.
治療のために地球と連絡を取った方が良さそうね。
そういえば最近通信が来てないよな。
この場所に移動してきてから一度もない気がする。
何かあったのかもな。
なんて言ってたら連絡が来たよ。
来たらうざいけど、来ないと不安に感じるな。
ルーカスか。
Lucas, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
問題はそれだけじゃないんだ。
We've encountered another obstacle. But it's not my worst problem.
Why? What's going on out there?
オルターたちが原因不明の病気にかかっている。
My alters. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
ラピディウムは言うほどいいものじゃないと思うよ。
Yeah. Rapidium. Not so great after all.
Yeah, I guess it couldn't be perfect. Nothing is. Not in this world. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
一体何を企んでいるんだ？
Maxwell. You never told me he was the brain behind the branching procedure. What exactly are the two of you up to?
Up to? Who do you think we are, Jan? Some scheming comic book masterminds? I never said anything about Maxwell's research because I don't want him to get into trouble. He must trust you a lot if he told you all about it. Or maybe he's simply so excited about what you've done, what it could mean for him that he stopped caring about exposing himself.
マクスウェルの研究はよっぽどだったんだろうね。
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah. I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
プロジェクトエラとは何だ？
That project, Ela. What was it about?
Helping people. Patients affected by PTSD, war veterans mostly. Everyone else wrote them off. Except for Maxwell. He never gave a shit about what other people thought. He came up with new quantum-based technology to ease the pain of their trauma. Altering memories. Painful memories.
どうして研究を止められたんだ？
So, if Project Hilo was so great, why was it killed?
Officially? Some corporate budget-cutting bullshit? But if you ask me, once the board realized what he was doing, they got scared. What they had in mind for our lab was a contract with the Army that could go on for years and guarantee state funding. They wanted to fix people so they could send them back into action. We wanted to cure them.
マクスウェルは治療法を知っていると思うかい？
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
Now, you said something about an obstacle blocking your way? How serious is that?
深刻度って言われても、わかるわけないでしょうよ。
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't investigated it properly yet. All I know is that it's some kind of a gravity field distortion.
Gravity distortion? Shit. Well, that would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan. I'd advise you to use a gravity sensor to collect as much data as soon as possible. Neutralizing this thing might take some time and resources.
Yeah, I'll jump right on it.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
不安しかない。だな。